All right, so hello everybody. This is going to be a new episode of the Cloud9 podcast, and tonight we are going to end up actually having some fun. And by fun, I mean I'm not going to try and obviously slit my throat after what ended up happening this week. So yeah,
We're gonna
there's
be
going to
talking
be.
shit about all these teams.
Yes, true. That's true. I'm being honest with everyone. I have not caught up on the LEC yet at all. I have not. I know the
Oh
results
LEC. Oh yeah, but yeah,
because
LEC
I've
got
been pretty damn busy, as you guys know.
Plus LEC, they took a week off for the playoffs. I think.
Yeah, after they do their 3 weeks of BO1s, they take a week off, which can be a good or bad thing
It
depending
kind
on
of
how you look
sucks
at it.
because the rest of the game are kind of garbage.
Well, to be fair, you
LCS,
gotta kind of factor in, man. If they don't take this break, they're not gonna get a break anymore
I know.
until the end of the year. So I kind of understand it now because if remember when we're doing this league content, we're not gonna stop until literally the end of November. That's when it's over for us. Like we're gonna be here for a long time. So whenever I always get a chance to take a break from this, I always do. Not because I hate it or anything. It's just I gotta get a break. We do this literally since the start of January all the way to the end of November. That's what I'm talking about, motherfuckers. You know what I mean? We don't stop because the season doesn't start. There's like mini little breaks you take in between, like before like between the split start. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Before the split start, that's when you get your break. But other than that, no, you're in this calendar year for a while actually. What's up, K Dot? What's up, Terrence? Yeah, Terrence, I saw your comment. I'm gonna address all that stuff anyway. But no, thank you for your support, man. It's been nice seeing you, man. We're over on Rumble for the most part, but everyone's kind of wondering where my main YouTube channel is. Don't worry, I will explain it to everybody. Don't worry. I have a big video coming out about that stuff anyway, so that's gonna all be explained.
Just
anyway.
a hint. Thanos has something to do with it, man.
Good lord, actually. But if anyone's wondering what happened to this channel, no, I still love this channel. I love, despite what YouTube just did to me recently, I still love this platform. I really do. I love doing this stuff. It makes me super beyond happy to do this with you guys, But moving forward, given recent circumstances, we have to make some changes. And there will be some changes that I will be announcing to you guys on this channel in about because I'm probably gonna want to run this video by some people. The video should be out tomorrow or at the latest Tuesday because it's not just my own personal life. I have stuff going on because I'm moving. As you guys can see, I'm literally packing stuff up. You guys can't see it. It's on this side of the house. Then I also have the YouTube recent problems too. It's been a mess, and we're in this big transitional period too because I've kind of rebrand and everything, and it's been a mess. But once we get through it, it'll be a whole lot better. But yeah, since I don't have a lot of time tonight, because Rogue Hero is gonna be on our new podcast, the Iron Man podcast, around 7 my time. So we got like an hour here to talk about the LCS teams and shit like that, and then we're gonna go on Rumble for my new podcast, the Iron Man podcast, actually, and we are going to end up, going over there and talking, chill, and have some fun. So if you guys see the YouTube channel linked in the description box below, pretty much ignore that. That's the only link that doesn't really work. But the other links do. But don't worry, the description box below is also getting changed up. Everything is going to be fixed and rebranded, so just within due time,
Yeah.
But just a disclaimer, so we can start talking about the LCS teams really quickly. This is the only show we're gonna have streamed on YouTube. This is the only one. I mean, they're not gonna hit this show. The fuck? What are you gonna talk about? Like, you're being too mean on Team Liquid. Like, fuck off.
Yeah, it's like, well, no, we don't want no kind here anymore.
So I don't know what was more depressing: losing 8.5 years of hard worker, knowing that Kashchira just has been running the format for the last
I told motherfuckers, but everybody want to overreact because Labyrinth and 2 decks came in one.
I think
where Labyrinth at? Labyrinth wasn't even top 16, nigga.
Yeah, dude, that just goes to show you how badly people want like a potentially different deck after a deck just dominates for so long.
I played 3 Labyrinth decks today, and guess what happened? I 2-0'd all of them.
First game, every one of them. Every one of them 2-0.
Yeah.
Was it like easy 2-0s or like there were like close games into? Oh, okay.
No, not even close. Game 1, the guy bricked. I went Fenrir. He went skill drain. I just summoned monsters. OTK. Game 2, I started I went full degenerate. I started an Eradicator, flipped Eradicator. He was like, but what monster? He didn't realize Big Eye. because Big Eye is
right.
not not Big Eye. Was it Big Eye. It was Big Eye. Big Eye is dark and over 2,500 attack.
Right.
I called traps. Yo, I called traps in the standby phase before he was. His whole hand went to the graveyard. He just scooped. He was like, "Nah, I'm done." I did it to all three of the players. I played thrust and talents. I was like, "Fuck this." The only person I went 2-1 was with the guy, and he always gives me trouble when I play. Is the Dark Magician player because he sets up fucking your room. It's a pain in the ass. You gotta wait till his base. You gotta wait till he negates, and then you go talents and steal his shit, and then you just go into you just win with that. Because after that, you just fuck it. Yeah.
Oh, all right. So we're gonna start talking about the LCS. Oh, people. I know a lot of you guys like T1 here, so we're gonna talk about T1. We'll actually start them first. We'll talk about T1 first.
Yeah.
So we actually had some big news happen for T1 actually. So for the latter half of I guess this has been revealed, but I imagine it's been going on a lot longer than this. Faker for the latter half of the last 3 to 4 weeks. So we're talking like the end of June, potentially for the first 3 weeks of this month, has been having wrist issues. Yep. What's actually crazy about that is Faker's been playing longer than I have. Faker's been playing since like season 2 before he even joined SKT. People forget that. So before he even started being on a competitive team, before he became basically LeBron, the fucking Michael Jordan of League, he was already playing League. He was playing League for 18 hours a day. I'm just surprised that he's just now having wrist issues. That's crazy. That's insane. No, the amount of years of longevity the guy's actually had in the game. He's been playing the game for probably like 12 years at this point. 12, 13 years. Because it's happened to other players too. Some players have been able to, you just go through it and you're better off for it. Some people end up hiring for it. It's
the same thing in culinary where I know somebody who had a wrist injury. He couldn't really hold a knife anymore. He just called it quits.
And then after that, you simply had people where it's going to be one of those things where he could come back and it could be even maybe potentially not as good, but you're starting to see the effects of like, what is the team going to look like without Faker? And it's looking.
Oh no, it's bad. It's bad because he's starting to realize how much of a pivotal piece he was. It's the whole thing. Like it's like you don't know what you have till it's gone kind of situation.
Yeah,
it's like shit.
And this is the situation that T1 brought upon themselves. To a certain extent because they put all their eggs in one basket in him. They already know he's getting older. They knew this could be a big possibility too with him. But you're thinking to yourself, they're probably going like, it's not going to happen to us. It's going to happen to anyone. It could happen to anyone playing the game that many hours, dedicating that amount of time to the game, actually. Oh, wow. And then Bengi, who was their who was Faker's jungler for a long time, since 2012. They won 3 world championships together, a lot of international success together. They only lost 1 best of 5 together as a duo. 1. And that was against EDG back in 2015. That's when Deft was on EDG at that time as well. So Bengi, their longtime jungler, also retired because he was their head coach, actually. Shit. Yeah, they announced that last night that he was gonna be leaving the organization. So Bengi has left being the head coach. Faker is having his current treatment right now.
How about the owner fucks off as well?
The T1 Challengers team has been going through a really rough phase too. They've been getting just completely butt cheek shitted on. They brought up Poppy to the main roster.
No, Poopy. No, that was right, Poopy. Because he's been playing like poop.
Poopy. Yeah, he's been playing like shit.
No, you had to right the first time. It's pronounced Poppy, but he plays like poop.
Yeah, and you could tell they were probably just getting shitted on in scrims without Faker. You could tell on stage they were just all out of sorts. What's also crazy is that people have noticed the junglers that I was watching and the mid laners that I was watching when I first started watching the LCK, and Ryu. I was watching Ryu too. They're all the LCK head coaches. Ryu, who played in Europe, he was 100 Thieves mid laner for a little bit. He's a head coach of was it Live Sandbox reuse? It's Live Sandbox
Yeah.
Ryu, right? Or it might be Hanwha Life. No, Dandy is Hanwha Life. Dandy won a world championship back in 2014. He's Hanwha Life's head coach. Score, one of the best junglers ever in League's history. He's coaching Gen G. Bangi, legendary jungler. He head coach of T1. It's like all the older cats that people wanted to be coaches now have become the coaches. But I think people have to realize is just because they were good in their heyday doesn't mean that they're going to make good coaches. The only one that's actually been a good coach has been like Score, actually.
And that happened in all sports. Think about this. Phil Jackson was an average player, but he's one of the best coaches.
He's one of the best coaches ever. Yeah, he's an amazing coach.
Think about.
Well, he's also considered one of the harshest coaches too. But I guess it all matters if you win trophies. It doesn't matter at the end of the day.
See, but that's more because of the players he played around. You can't be soft on these players. You got to be tough. That's why Michael Jordan and both Kobe said, even though he was tough, it made us better people. Like you can't have soft. You can't be soft around people.
Yeah, have to be tough. People kind of sometimes respond to toughness better. It might lit a fire under their ass sometimes.
That's why people look at LeBron differently. That's why people are like there are more people that defend LeBron, but there are more people that critical LeBron. So like LeBron never had an actual good coach. Like Tyronn Lue, but it's like that was the coach he kind of chose. He got his head coach fired, who's actually better than Tyronn Lue. Tyronn Lue was just able to, it's the whole thing with Steve Kerr, Mark Jackson, but now going back to league, it's like I think Faker might actually be a great coach, maybe, but it depends on how he is.
Because this thing in Korean culture, he would automatically command that respect. They would be like, "I'm listening to you." That's it. That could also be a double-edged sword too, because if he's wrong about something, they're not going to challenge him on it. They're just going to just listen. But in Korean culture, they teach you to listen to your elders.
That's the whole thing. If the whole thing when you said like third position should be leader, they should be from what you're saying. But when I watch the game, it's like no, it comes down to the person who has the most experience. If your middle laner has the most experience, he's going to be the leader, even if it should be the jungler or the support. And that's the
reason why it should be the jungler or the support is because they vastly dictate how your early game pressure is going to be. That's why it's mostly dedicated to.
Are you going to tell me that owners go to over? Are you telling me that owner carriers go to overtalk Faker? Hell no.
Here, it all depends on your.
I know owner ain't carrier, maybe carrier, but owner ain't.
Because
owner's starting to fuck up.
Let's be honest with you. In Gen G's team, who's really calling the shots? Chovy silent. Chovy's mute. When you watch the LCK
Chovy is Kawhi Leonard. Chovy is Kawhi Leonard. Think about it.
Did you watch how the LCK does those little mic checks to the players and shit like that? Chovy's mute. This man will literally This man will get a triple kill and be like, "Cool." What? Ain't no emotion in that robot. Yeah. That's a robot. Peanuts out here telling everyone what to do, going fucking
That's
crazy.
How I was today playing Cacteria. I was like, when I won, I was like, cool, next. I was just waxing. Once I got past round one, I was like, fuck all these Lavish players.
I saw motherfuckers after the T1 versus DRX series go, yeah, DRX finally beat them. Now they can finally start their streak to going back to Worlds. I'm like, wishful thinking, I guess.
Yeah. Owner is such a good shot.
You know what they said? You know what they said? They have Barrel, so it can now start this trend against the playoffs.
First of all, DRX can't beat Kwangdong or Brian. Like,
people have to factor in. They're so in the hole that they might not even make playoffs, even if they started a winning streak now, given their win-loss.
They're not making playoffs, all right?
They're
it's going to be Quantum Freaks.
They can't even beat Kwangdong. Kwangdong just put their whole dong on DRX. DRX beat a team like that had their backup player. Imagine if Faker was there. DRX getting 2-0 easy. Come on, son.
For sure. Because people wanted to rag on Faker. It's like, no, he's not been his peak level, but he's always been pretty darn good.
What they said, 2019, 2020. That's like in a game.
I would say
2017.
2017.
Oh, okay.
No, but even after that, he was always just good. He was never bad. He was always just good. He was always at least a top 4 LCK mid, which is not bad. When you're competing against like BDD, Chovy, Showmaker, players like that, he's probably going to end up being
one world with Showmaker. That's me, like
pretty much. And he's also had international success too. Showmaker ended up back-to-back world championships, back-to-back finals and world championships. BDD. Semifinals at Worlds, he's multiple championship LCK winner too. It's like if he's losing out to people that are just on his level in terms of success, and it's like that's fine. Okay. That's just gonna happen. You know, like Chovy, even though he hadn't won anything until like last year and this year, he was always touted as one of the best mids anyway. So if he's getting beaten by people that are literally on his level, I think that's fine. That's kind of like whatever, you know. But he's always been a great shot caller for the team. He's always did well. I think people have to look at the fact that he's just going to get older. He's not going to be as crisp like he used to be. He's gonna mess up. But you see, remember at MSI, his Cassante place, I was like, bro, he still got it. He's still somewhere in there. He still got it.
It's the same thing with LeBron. It's like, oh no, this motherfucker still got it. Don't sleep on LeBron. He still has it.
Like he's not in his fucking Super Saiyan form, but he's
and you know the crazy part about it, like you said that Faker's last good season was 2017. That's the same thing with LeBron. Like LeBron's
last saw how good he was playing back in 2017. Like,
I went back and saw those plays. I saw him in 2016.
You know how hard he carried that SKT team to the fucking finals of Worlds that year. Yeah, dude, there were years where their team shouldn't even have been as good as they were, even after that. Dude, and he was the only person keeping them alive.
That was LeBron 2018. They had no right get to the NBA Finals 2018, and they only got to finals in 2020 because Denver wasn't ready. Like you got real. Sometimes you end up in finals because the other team just not ready. Like people don't realize that. So like sometimes, like you just win because the other team should beat you, but they're just not good enough. That happens.
I think people, the way I look at it now, back at watching those games that he played, even 2017 when they didn't win Worlds, was he got the most out of them, even when the team was super dysfunctional and basically just couldn't really work. And by not work, I mean like they still see for Korean players it's so much differently. Like they could stomp you completely out of your mind, but they could still be a wreck internally. You know, you can tell a wreck internally because they had a bad summer split going into that. They had lost to their big time rivals KT in a best of 5. Like historically, SKT's always been better than KT in terms of like just league prowess, right?
That happens all the time. Delta same thing for the longest time where like Giants were always better to Washington. Dallas was always better than Philly, and then the one time they beat them, they usually went to the Super Bowl. If like whatever team was better, they usually went further. It was like Genji beats what T1, but then T1 goes to Worlds. It's like
there was a year Genji knocked T1 at 2018 after they had that really horrible year in 2018. Genji, when they first became Genji, after they rebranded from
Samsung Galaxy,
they knocked them out of going Worlds. That's why Genji were there in 2018. They even knocked out Griffin, which was Chovy's first year in the LCK. Chovy was supposed to go to Worlds his first year. That Griffin team, which had legendary players that ended up winning championships. Doran, legendary getting carried. It was Doran, Tarzan, Chovy, Viper, and Lehans. Keep in mind, that was an actual team in the LCK, and yes, they were just shit stomping everybody. They literally games lasted like 10 minutes with these people. But the problem is they never won anything because they all had their layer of choking problems. They all got too cocky at certain points in their careers. But Vipers went on to win Worlds. You know, Chovy went on to win championships. The only person that never won a championship from that roster is Tarzan. Honestly, Tarzan's always pretty fucking good to begin with, anyway. You know, so that's the thing with T1 is I don't know. Even if Faker does come back, I doubt because he can't practice right now when he's doing his thing. You know, they just
I think for me is that this might be the start of the end right here because if you look at it, like. Because a lot of times those injuries where you like, it's one thing if you break your foot on a freak accident, but when you injure something that you need, like a shooter can't have his wrist. A guy who uses a keyboard who has wrist injury, that makes you slower because you have to recover. You have to learn how to use your wrist or use whatever part of your body that you don't get injured again. And if you're a guy who uses a keyboard and you don't have your wrist, man.
Yeah, it also didn't help that because they were hoping to get that 2-0 against DRX because you kind of factor in the caliber of players they have. That should be enough to take out DRX. Zeus,
it should be, but like I said, sometimes it depends on what player goes out. If there's owner or Zeus that went out, maybe you might be able to replace them. But when you take out the leader, when you take out the vocal point of the thing, like I said, you might be right that it should be the jungler support that should be the leader. But honestly, from what all the games I've seen, it is whoever is the most experienced player is usually the leader. Some teams have multiple leaders. Some team has
some people dedicated to like, okay, I give you duties early game. So if you're a support, then you're the shot caller 20 minutes in.
Yeah, like
Faker
is the leader, but you have this person who is better. Like Carrot might be better now as support than Faker is at mid, because Faker's not at. We're not gonna lie and say Faker's not at his best anymore, because he's not at his best anymore. He is literally like at the twilight of his career. He is not
actually
Faker.
Astonishing. He's still this good even at his career, playing this many years in. This amount of longevity is insane. The last time he won a title was last year in spring. This man still he recently just won a title last year. They went to MSI last year. They just finished World Finals last year with this guy.
Yeah.
No, he actually played really well at the World Championship last year too. People forget that he actually played insanely well.
I remember.
We were just stomping people in the fucking dirt. Like, holy shit, this old man over here.
Sorry, I had to finish up that one stream. What topic are we on?
Okay. Tell 76 she needs to come over and ride my face. So
I'm gonna say that right now. Bye. I'll be right back.
Yeah, okay. Man, I thought that was a good stream you guys had earlier, man. MSK. It's a conspiracy that YouTube took you out, right? You know why?
That's got too black.
Too black. You got too much power, man.
Oh yeah. Oh, T1's matches coming up this week. So on Friday they play non-shit Red Force.
They better beat the fuck out of them. They better.
Yeah. I remember there was a game they played against them. I think it was not this round robin, the last one. Remember when their announcements ADC picked Nyla? They actually struggled in that game. I was like, that's when Faker, after that, he had his wrist issues. So that would make sense why they struggled against them.
Yeah.
After that, they had to play DK too. Ooh.
DK shaky now. Like DK shaky. They're shaky.
It really depends. It's some days they look like the team that they should look like. Then other days they look like, okay, this is just not working out. So it really depends on which DK we get. If we get the DK that's shaky, like you said, I can see T1. No, it's still not
2-1. It's gonna be a 2-1. It's gonna be 2-1. It's gonna come down to not sure, man. Who the fuck is it? Is Death mentally there? Because sometimes Death he
I think it's just all Kellen, man. Kellen is just
Kellen.
I don't know why they kept him around.
Yeah, imagine having Ductum and Kellen and going like, yeah, we need to keep Kellen. It's like, no, both of them are to be gone.
Yeah.
What are you people doing? Kana, he has games where he looks good, and those games where he just sits in lane and just does nothing too. It's like they need to all be on the same page. I think this thing is like, I think Kellen and Kana probably thinking like, okay, our mid and jungle will just get us out of every situation. It's like, no, there's going to be games where Kangen does lose you games. Like, he's not fucking. I think Kangen's still great, but there's going to be games where he can't win them all. Can't win every single early game. Showmaker has games where he just doesn't get a big enough lead where it makes a big enough impact. So, I mean, I hope Faker can come back. They said he's coming back in 3 weeks or so, right?
Yeah.
So if it pans out the way they're saying, he should be back when playoffs start. But that's the thing, though. If they keep losing like this, the way they're looking, they might even make playoffs. It's a very real possibility. Which, I mean, I don't want that to be. That'd be terrible.
Nah, I don't think they'll miss playoffs.
Because the problem
I think they're going to be the 6th seed. I think they're going to be the 6th seed.
Yeah.
I think is 18 games, right? That's me. They got to get 9 wins. They're at 6 now, right? They're at 6-5 or 6.
It's in BO3, so they have 3 weeks left to play, right?
Yeah.
The strength of schedule after that they face shit, they face DK, then they face Hanwha Life.
Hanwha Life is a 50-50 as well.
Yeah. Week 8, they face DRX again. Then they face KT Rolster. That's not. Oh.
No, they're not beating KT Rolster without Faker. And I don't even think they go beat them with him. That's
the last time they got shitted on.
Oh no, and they play without Faker.
And then they have their final week is easy for them. They have Kwangdong and they have.
They don't got Gen G again, right? They lost to Gen G twice.
They already lost to Gen G twice. Yeah.
Thank God. Okay, that's at least
that sucks so badly.
It sucks so bad, but at the same time, it's kind of good. So sometimes, like, if I lose, I'd rather lose against a matchup that I know
I'd rather get all my hard matchups out earlier on. It's like, bruh.
Yeah.
That way, at least if they can build some win streak momentum, they can do it against like the weaker teams. That way they get a little bit of confidence going into playoffs.
That's the one thing, and that's the one thing against sports like these, where it's like in tournaments like Yu-Gi-Oh! Pokemon, you can skip certain matches by winning, but like in those you got to face everybody. That was like the one thing I was just hoping not to face a fucking ruining player, and I avoided all of them because they all were facing each other. It was like whatever their bracket was, I was facing Labyrinth, the Dark Magician player, and then I got to, and then it was finals of the two brackets, and then I ended up just waxing the one ruling player that won did not know what the fuck he was doing. Because I went first. I went first. I won every dice roll today. Best thing.
You got that magic shake?
Yeah, I went down. I played my whole thing. I went to a Rise Hard pass. Just not too much. All right, cool. He didn't have much. I forgot what he did something. I Cosmic Cyclone his running fountain. It was like GG. All right, cool. Game 2. You know what I do. So I didn't Eradicator. Okay. Mm-hmm. He goes first. All right, cool. He does his plays, but he can't really do much because his deck was built to go second. It's supposed to go second bench and stuff, right? You know, I top deck Eradicator. I literally just go into like 3 Cacteras, go 2 to I left the Fenrir on the I left the Unicorn on the field. I went into 2 into a 2 material Big Eye. Stole his monster. Okay. Going second. All right, cool. And I just passed. And then the minute he said standby phase, I went into Eradicator, called spells. He just shook my hand. Because he had none but spells in his hand.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Yeah.
That's how you get blown out.
Yeah, no, it was literally just Eradicator. It was literally that was it.
Walter, what's up, buddy? Yeah.
No, the hero
Rogue's gonna be pretty happy about that one.
Oh yeah, no, he's already happy. Yeah, I was like,
all right. So as you see with the LCK standings right now, Genji, KT, and D plus Kia, and those are the two-way tied for third, 6-4. T1 are in fifth because of the win-loss record at 6-4. And they're calling on Freaks at 4-6. This, to be fair, DRX probably. I mean, if they. I mean, maybe.
That one would kind of count.
They would actually, and since they beat T1 without Faker, if they can get to like 12-16 in win-loss records, and Kwangdong loses their last matchups, there's a very good chance they might actually, win some of these games and make playoffs potentially. I mean, who they face next? What's this week coming up? It's week 6, right?
Yeah.
So they face Genji. Oh, that's just
that's a stomp.
Oh no, they're not making it. No way.
That's what I'm saying.
That'll be 0-4. They won't be able to make up the game difference. Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That's what I'm saying, because I knew they were facing Genji. I knew they were facing Genji and KT. I didn't know what the order. KT has 2-0 everybody except for Genji.
Yeah, and people forget that week that they beat Genji, that was a really close series too. It's all they time. Remember how you couldn't buy static ship on the patch and aiming bought it even though he wasn't supposed to, and they paused the game for like a whole hour. You could tell they were mentally fucked after that. They were like, just beat us, get us off the stage.
Yeah.
And the coach was yelling at the ref on stage. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna
wait. Who did that? Again?
No, they fired. Remember, not fired. They suspended the KT coach. He was yelling at the LCK ref because he told aiming to refund Static Shiv. This was when Static Shiv was extra. Not remember it wasn't hot.
Oh yeah, right. That Static Shiv incident.
Yeah.
No, I mean, to an extent, I don't. There was a way they could have undid it, but they were too lazy to.
And they already told the players not to buy it because it
was obviously a misclick though. And there was a way they could have undid it, but they were too lazy to. And so then it was basically an automatic loss for KT.
They paused the game for an hour. I was sitting here. I was like, bro, I'm going to bed. Tell me the results.
They could have undid it in that time. So, I mean, to be fair, I don't blame him for getting mad, but still.
So what's the match of the week? Because when did Genji and KT face again? The match of the week for them should be 7, right? Genji face KT next week on Friday. Ooh, because that's gonna be a battle for first right there. Genji, okay, even with their 10 wins straight right now, some of these games look pretty close too. It's pretty much just coming down to Pays and Delight being super clutch in the late game with certain picks they have. But I mean, overall, they still look like a strong team. I like when they play more aggressive. I don't know why they choose to play that defensive early game style when they could be an aggressive early team, and I like that they're trying out. Yeah.
It's from the way I've seen it, I guess they're trying to feel out what comp what their opponent's playing.
Yeah, because dude, they would play defensive on a comp that would be an offensive mid game team, and you're thinking like, okay, they were still winning, and I was like, all right, just imagine if this was a more aggressive team. So yeah, currently right now, I feel bad for what's happening to Faker. They fired their head coach Banky. Yeah, things are not looking good right now. But
everyone knew that T1 could be on top forever. That was the
yeah. They face DK and Nong Shit. So if they lose to Nong Shit, oh my god, whoo! That is
as long as DRX just gets 2-0 stomped by both teams, they're in a good position.
All right, let's go to the LCS. The LCS 2023 Summer Split
fire.
Week.
Dumpster fire. Just call what it is. A dumpster fire. I saw that LS video. NRG can only be good teams, but they suck against. You could take CLG out of. You could take the CLG out of the CLG, but it turns to NRG, but there's still CLG. It's kind of logic. How can you be? How the fuck you could beat LeBron, but then you out here losing to Smith Parker? Like what the fuck? How do you beat NBA players? But then lose to YMCA players. Like what? I don't understand NRG. It's like the only play. It's like oh no, was it Ignar? Is it
Ignar? Yes.
Yeah.
He is so trash. Playing next to FBI, it's like it feels like one of the C's last year. Was who he just run again. And you're like,
okay, I got it.
Ignar's worse.
All right. So you know how we usually just go team by team. Since we don't have enough time today, I can only be here for like a little bit of like over the hour that we usually have for our mark. We'll just do a broad general discussion, okay?
FlyQuest
LCS time. I'll just say, yeah, let's do FlyQuest first now, okay? We go FlyQuest. Yeah, we talked about it last week too. They were gonna go 3-0, right? But those games were like.
Yeah, but
there was a good chance they could have lost all their games too.
I still think they should be a playoff team, possibly, but we knew that this week was tougher schedule. But we thought they would win maybe like one game though against like who was it again, Energy or something. But
week 4, right? They lost everything. 100 Thieves again. They lost to
they didn't win against Dig. How did they not win against Dig? They should have at least won.
To be fair, dude, Dig have played better than them this split. I don't even like Dig that much.
I know. No, they have. They've been solid so far, but they're really slow. Like Fly should have taken advantage.
No, but
Fly
look
slower.
At it this way.
Fly
no, but just look at it this way. Dig is the better team right now, so on paper they really should win. Honestly, Bigla is just so bad.
Bigla is garbage.
Because
he must be holding them hostage to still be playing.
Why can't Spyrex play? For the love of God, why can't Spyrex play? Bigla can only play 2 champions.
Look at what APA did. APA should have played ages ago over Harry. He should have played in LCS ages ago.
Remember how you asked me last week about Harry? I was like, Harry's been pretty bad. I would have said something.
Again, APA has been killing it, and I believe it was like Maryville University for ages, and has done really well. And Team Liquid Academy should have played ages ago in challenges, but again, they never fucking scout these players. Him, Copy, Five Fire, Spyrax, Old Deserved
for sure,
Chances.
Tuesday was tearing it up, man.
No, fuck off with Tuesday. But those 4 at least, and others possibly should have definitely gone in chances, and also that guy who's on it was fucking, what was it again? The Cincinnati Fear, that mid laner, like Shinoe or whatever. All right, but that never got the chances though. And now finally one of them does with this over mediocre Harry. And what a surprise! He's actually good. What do you know? And our LCS team's going to learn anything from this? No, they're just going to be like, okay, what is APA's buyout going to be?
Okay, but to be fair, with FlyQuest, I mean, their wins last week, I even said on the show, it's not like it was convincing in a way that was like, oh, they really bounced back. It was like, these teams also, they could have also lost their games last week too. That game against Team Liquid was so winnable for them, but Team Liquid are just so inconsistent at closing out situations they know they should easily be able to close out on. So with FlyQuest right now, how did Vikla get this bad is just beyond me. You can tell Impact's just brains giving up. He's like, I can't carry these fucking pieces of shit. I just can't. Prince
is just straight ending. He's just
right. I was watching the plays. I was like, bro, he's not this bad. This man's brain is fried. He's on a what's that thing you do? A barbecue. You know, before you clean the pit, you put the lighter fluid in. He took his brain, took it in the pit, put lighter fluid on that shit.
Yep.
Vulcan and Prince Synergy is just bad.
Oh no, it's trash. It's super trash.
I said it before this year started, and I'll say it right now. Spica was the worst jungler for this team. He is the worst play style for this kind of a team. He is so just. He's not even a bad. I think he's overrated. But I don't think he's a bad player by any stretch of the imagination.
He's overrated but good. But yeah,
he just doesn't fit this style of this team.
Yeah.
Like,
we all said
bad
it
jungler for them.
On paper, it's a good fit, but in reality, it's bad chemistry. We all saw it coming.
Exactly.
Yeah. When they were on their win streak with Impact, I was like, this can't work out. Speak of Impact together, really? I'm good.
It still surprises me they're just sucking it because. Again, yes, like obviously they had all those wins in the first half of the split and then fell off, but they still won most of the games in the second half.
There's stomps too,
playoffs.
Yeah, a lot of games they won were like
so it's like yes, they fell off, but they still won a decent amount. So for them to be this bad, like not at least even being like 7th right now, like Jesus.
Right, yeah, they're ninth, right?
They're ninth. Yeah. To get into playoffs, you'd have to be at least 9-9. To be fair, since it's 8 teams, the cutoff what Golden Guardians was last year, right? 5-13. Imagine that a team with a sub 500 win record's gonna be in playoffs.
Yeah, and also imagine a team with a fucking academy mid laner is now beating all these teams.
Anyone's gonna watch them on the replay. Think to yourself, could Spyrex be literally anything worse than what Vikla is? Vikla can only play 2 champions well right now, Azir and Tristana. I imagine Spyrex can play something better than that. Come on.
You can't even play those well.
That's right. Immortals just okay. So there was moments in the Cloud9 game where it looked pretty decent from that. I'll give them that. In that game, I was like, okay, but it's Immortals. They're gonna throw it. It doesn't really matter anyway.
It was more so like Cloud9 looking a bit sloppy, and then and also they had control throughout the entire game. They were never gonna lose it, even if they made those.
Blabber knew if he had invested his ganks into Fudge, that solo would be so bad he couldn't do anything about it. Literally, Blabber went, you know what? This team sucks. I'll just go to top lane, feed the Renekton. That's all he did. All he did was go to top and feed Renekton. They let a Menace get fisted, and Menace was like, I'm Orianna, I'll scale, and the bot lane was winning anyway.
Yeah, no, Menace is really good. He's good on Orianna.
It was literally, okay, let's wait to see Immortals just brain fall out. And it was like, no, at this point, I was never afraid that C9 was going to lose those. All right, cool. And then I turned back around, go to the bathroom.
See the way Kenvy was positioning? I keep shitting on this guy. He's the goodness. If you can't even win on Viego,
the epitome of this. How the fuck do you have your job? Like,
did you guys see that promotional video where they're like, they're on a 9-game losing streak and they can't they said they can't figure out what the issue is. All 5 of them have been doing well at point. There's no issue.
The LCS ain't shit. Jet had a video, literally, guys, of them going like, Immortals right now are on a 10, on a 9 right before.
Yeah, it's like, what is the issue? It's like, I can tell you the fucking issue.
So before this week, it'd be a 7-game loss streak. So the LCS, they had Jet literally on fucking stream going, Immortals right now have a 7-game losing streak. But hey, Tactical and Treats are reunited from TSM Academy days. What the fuck that got to do with anything?
Yes, no, he was actually saying, nobody, he said, nobody can figure out what the issue is.
Didn't even discuss their losing streak. She was like, yeah, I like playing with Eddie. We had a lot of success together. Motherfucker, that was 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's like, Tomo and Diamond have played with each other for like 3.5 years. Is that paying off?
I love how they try to shit on Immortals without trying to shit on them. They they had to bring up their TSM, not main team, their TSM Academy success. Their Academy success. Oh my god. Like,
and even that is bullshit. All right, Kane and Diamond were a better bot lane than them at the time. Fuck off.
that was true. A lot of that series came down to basically Golden Glue and fucking, what was his name at the time? Wiggly, just fucking sprinting in, honestly.
No, it
Or was that a Nori? Was that a Nori at the time? It wasn't Nori. Yeah,
it was partly. It was Blabber at times, and then no, and Nori was when they won both splits. It was Blabber actually.
Yeah.
Inting at times. Yeah, and then also that was when they had fucking Kumo and in the top lane. So
this roster sucks. Like, I feel like, you know, your team is dog shit when another team's jungler goes, I know the rest of your team sucks so bad, I'm gonna invest time into the Renekton. Blabber literally just invested time into the Renekton.
It's insane. They actually made a promotional video right before the game. Like, they're on a 9-game losing streak, but absolutely nobody in the entire community knows exactly why all 5 players are doing perfectly fine. It's like, are you? Yeah, no, I'll tell you the issue. Their bot lane is fucking trash.
Let's just highlight Treats and Tacticals bullshit.
Yeah,
synergy.
their bot lane is fucking trash. Kemv can't fucking path at all. Balulu can play like 2 champions like Adam, and they have a 30-year-old playing top lane. There's their issues. All right, there's their issues.
Also, they have no macro. Their objective, the way they take objectives sucks. They cannot take an objective to save their life unless it's a turret that has like probably 2 plates left. Throw this team in the literal garbage, man. Put some lighter fluid on this shit.
No, not even throw the team trash.
Piss the lighter fluid on them jerseys and light them bitches on fire.
Can Riot force Immortals to sell their team to Mr. Beast?
Why can't Team Falcons, who want to buy Astralis right now, why can't they buy Immortals?
How about Misfits? How about Misfits Gaming? Shit, fuck it. Hey, I know fucking Rick,
dude, you can build
Rick Fox like wants to buy a team.
What about Scarra, Cutie Cinderella, Pokimane, Arya, Valkyrie? That can't be anything worse than what Immortals is putting through.
Nah, fuck that. Nah, fuck that. Fuck that. Give me Flag Quest's Academy team and put them in there. They'll do better. Win some shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit, man. Wisdom will at least give you 5-6 wins. All in fucking.
Now let's get in. No Name, Vasily, Zhao Wei Zhao.
No, fuck that. How about this? How about we get the Twitch streamers? Let's get Sneaky Meteos for retirement. Let's get Alpha Move. Let's find a top and
let's go mid beast top.
So we're bringing back Delta Fox.
And fucking K-Draw is mid.
Let's go K-Draw jungle. K-Draw is mid. Burn that shit.
K-Draw as mid, and we're gonna have Meteos as jungle, or you can switch them.
Yeah,
and then we're also gonna have solo Renekton only, who's then gonna change his name to the Shy to please Cajal.
Shy solo.
Hey shit, man. Fuck it, man. You can have you, me, Cole, Warren, and whatever, and James or Jimmy as fifth. I literally want Trinamere on top, or I could
Chaz is like, I can play a mean Trinamere. Hey, Riot lifted the rank requirements. You don't got to be high ranked to play in the LCS anymore. So.
Or fuck it.
Oh my god, that reminded me of that fucking like moment. Tyler talked about that Twitch rivals where Ludwig was just like, I'm level 18. He's like, 18 prestige. No, I'm level 18. I play a mean Thresh.
Yo, he's like, you lose to bots. You lose to fucking bots. Yo, I remember
remember earlier before the split happened, a lot of the players were like, "Oh, but we don't want to have scab players playing." Guys, no one was concerned if Immortals subbed in scab players. It wouldn't have gone anything differently. It doesn't matter.
It would have gone better.
It might have been better.
It might, to be fair, it might have actually been better than their main roster.
Yeah, we could have possibly gotten Dardoch to play from University. So yeah.
Yo, what's up, Gunner? Okay, I'm gonna have a big video coming out about this stuff anyway, but long story short, this is the only show that's gonna be streamed on YouTube. There's only one. But yeah, we'll be going live on Rumble in about like an hour with Rogue to talk about the Yu-Gi-Oh and just chill with our boy for a little bit,
But thank you, man. Channel just gonna be solo like edited YouTube content.
This one for but there's plans for it too. We're gonna do an 824 movie project one year to go through all of those. Definitely not doing that.
Yes.
Was that Joaquin Phoenix movie good? The one that everyone was praising him for.
Wait,
I wanted to
Joaquin
check it out.
Phoenix.
The one he came out with recently, where he's apparently a drug addict or some shit.
Oh no,
Joaquin
Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
the
no,
Joker.
it's about many things. It's trippy. Yeah, no, Bo's afraid. Yeah, no, it was as I predicted. It was very good, trippy, not perfect, not as good as Midsummer or Hereditary at all, but still good. Definitely not a film that for everybody though. Like it's a film
You can take your 6-year-old niece.
with a very it's a very confusing like who it was made for, but you know what? I kind of enjoy it. But yeah, it's definitely Ari Aster's weakest though, but it's still good.
Thank you, Gunner. Yeah, man. It's all good, man. Shit happens. We're gonna bounce back to it, but Sean's not. Sean's Canadian. He can't bounce from anything. Yes, he's Justin Trudeau's son.
I bounced away from Canada.
Good. That's actually a good thing.
All
All right.
Don't forget, Sean got black girl's belt on his dick.
Are we in heaven? Do I have a dad? Like what? All right. So NRG, I'm being honest with you with this team. I hate watching this team. I like watching Palafox. I think Palafox is really, really carrying them. But other than that, this is like
this team is counter logic. This you can change the
so
fucking
good, yet they're just meh. What the fuck? Like Palafox has a lot. Palafox has actually been pretty good this split, in my personal opinion. Contract's not had a bad split, really.
NRG is literally the New York Knicks, and it's probably they're owned by the same fucking owner.
I don't know why they paired FBI with Ignar, because it's just FBI. It's just an FBI lane, if we're being completely honest here with ourselves.
No, it is because it like every time I watch that game, it's like I'm watching 100 C's again, but Ignar is much worth it. At least who he had a sense of lane, he just always died too damn quickly. FBI
Ignar is dragging another bot lane down.
Yeah,
you got that right.
That's pretty much it with
fucking teams. He sucks.
Yeah, like Dokla is so mediocre. I know people are not going to call him out for this shit because people just like him.
Dokla don't
so
care
mediocre.
anymore. No, Dokla don't care anymore. Just look at how he just sits. Look at the way he positions. Look at
his face when they lose. He looks like, man, can I get a new team at this point? Dokla, you're not getting a team. You're not.
Don't even look at his gameplay. Look at the way he just sits in, and he just does not care anymore. I've been around people that were defeated. The way he just sits, the way he positions himself when he plays, he does not care anymore. This dude.
Yeah, well, I have to actually ask a question. Do you think Phillip or Hoon would be better in this position that they could get?
Yeah. I would say Phillip was fine for the most part. I think they kind of shafted
would you sub in Poom? Would you sub in Poom for Ignar right now?
I'm gonna be honest here. I would, but they don't have a challenger team.
They have him right now.
They do? I mean, dude, you could plug and play probably any support, and they'd probably play much better than what Ignar
I was subbing. I was subbing Aftermo with one arm, at this point.
Jesus Christ!
Oh
fuck! All right, 100 Thieves. So the first few weeks they were just kind of sitting there, just doing nothing and losing. Last week they started doing. They were kind of like playing a okay, somewhat mid game. This week, I don't know what the fuck they were doing. I'm just confused.
They are what we thought they are, right? They're just very mid. That's it. And they're frauds, but they're good enough to make playoffs. If they make Worlds, I'm gonna
If they make Worlds, I'm throwing my chair out of my new house, out that balcony. I'm gonna throw that shit.
I also don't you love it every time Doublelift smiles when they beat a dog shit team? We're gonna win LCS.
Did you see his face when they lost? Did you see their face when they lost to fucking team? He was like, man, we just got fucking turbo shit on.
Yeah.
All right. So
Jesus Christ. We beat Immortals.
So I don't know what. It seems like this team is struggling to kind of figure out what play style they want. It's like they want to be a team to kind of just get through the early game, not really take any risks, get to the mid game, explosive team fight, win. Okay, that's not a bad play style. We've seen a lot of teams do that. Well, you can't drop 6,000 gold to do that. You don't drop 6,000 gold to be doing that shit. You can fall behind, but you can't fall behind that hard, because if you have a bad comp or a late game comp that falls behind that far behind, you can't recover. And then during the split, like Double and Busio synergy, it's just not there. It's just not there.
No, it's not there when it comes on the stage. It's one of those. It's the whole thing. Real quick. It's the whole thing where two people are very smart and they know how to strategize. It's that, but when it comes to the play style, is the synergy's not there.
Remember the Kaisa game he had? Remember Double had that Kaisa game where he was going with Busio and they're just going two different. I was like, what the fuck is this?
Yep.
Like, their synergy is not there. I mean, to say Closer's been a top jungler split is that'd be.
Nah, I think he's giving up on the team.
Quid is. I don't know.
He's trying his hardest, but
he's not. I can respect he's trying. He's not like thoroughly sprinting their games, but he's not like he's doing what a Menace was doing at MSI that I really shitted on him for. He's not like he's not taking any risks when he could be. He's just kind of sitting there letting the game happen, But he's not feeding. It's like he's content with just kind of doing his job without doing anything further than that, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And some days, just fuck, I don't know. I don't know.
Some days just they're happy to be back on 100 teams. But no, because think about it. You think you're going to a better team in EG, they implode. He was back home.
This team is out of sorts.
And then think about it. They get reject players and they do better. This team right there, mentally, you're boom. Vulcan, look at every player now. They're on a worse team. FBI is like, I gotta play with this shitty ass support. Some days like I'm on 100 Cs, but it doesn't feel like 100 Cs. Like you got Vulcan, like I'm on Flag Quest, and
and then you got inspired in the Shadow Realm.
And the fucked up thing is, I feel
he's
bad
in
for
the Mega Shadow Realms. No, he's
Inspired,
in the Netherworld.
Inspired should have went to Flag Quest instead of Vulcan, and they should have kept Wisdom.
Yeah, they should have paired up Inspired with Impact again. That would have been an actual upgrade for their roster.
They should have. It's funny how Vulcan wanted Winston back instead of Ayla, and then he leaves the team and goes to the one team that Winston was playing great on.
It's just incredible. They should have done that. That would have been better for Fly. And again, Vulcan should have gone for NRG. That would have been a better fit for him.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, and then when they. I know you guys have watched 100 of these videos like I have. When you see their comms, it's like I know people are going to say they're not talking,
depressing.
But Double has mentioned before on stream he doesn't like a team where they're feeding a lot of information constantly, which could be a good or bad thing. It all depends on the dynamic. That's fine. But it's like you're watching them play, and it's like, but if they start losing, they all just shut down. They don't talk at all.
Their comms is depressed. It's like the equivalent of watching a bot lane of Vasily and Leakrit after beating their girls.
Oh shit!
Like I feel like I don't know what they want to do. They don't know what play style they want. They don't know what draft they want to play. It's all these bottom teams like TSM, 100 Thieves to NRG to more. They don't know what they want to do. They're all just a fucking trash can. You're just kicking down the road and it just rolls, and whatever shit falls out of it just falls out.
I mean, TSM, they have a saving grace.
All right, let's go to TSM. TSM mid lane drama. So basically, Chad sent me the video. So the coach who was on the head coach of T9 before, now is the head coach of TSM. Basically, put like some of the players weren't as committed to their roster, and as we know, TSM is going to be not in the LCS next year anyway. So the players are probably going, if we just play somewhat decently good, we might have jobs. But outside of that, some of the players were not showing up to practice on time. They had a lot of struggles early on. So Ruby came over. They lost all the games with Ruby. They chose putting Insanity back again, even though they had signed Ruby previously before that. He's supposed to be the starter, but he got here late because now then they tried Insanity out. This shit is crazy. So they put Insanity back
TSM in. For you, though. They keep flip-flopping players instead of giving them time.
Yeah, and then you put in Insanity again, so they have 3 wins now. Literally, it's all win-based, and that is unfair to Ruby, even though I don't think he's good anyway. It's unfair to him.
He's definitely not good. Like, honestly, Insanity might be better, but it's still unfair to him.
Yeah, just come over, play literally a weakest game, and just he doesn't have any synergy, and just is judged based off 3 games. That is just unfair.
Yeah, that's like, what would if 100 Thieves did that after that performance 1 week with their mid laner?
Yeah, with Quid, I mean, what like they obviously didn't choose about Quid, and this is the thing where I tell people it's like, there's no way he could have survived in that environment. And I get it, he played bad. Like, Ruby's not a good player, but there's no way you can play good under those
That's the whole
circumstances.
issue. It's like sometimes these transfers, it's like if a player doesn't come past week 2, I'm not putting him in the whole season. I'm like, I know we promised you, but we'll start you next year because
next split, you can say.
No, next split, next split, or in the summer case next year. Like,
because they had already been scrimming with Insanity. They had said they had decent results with him. You're already thinking, right when you start hearing rumors like that, when you have situations like this, you're like, oh fuck, the new guy's gonna come in, they're gonna fucking lose, they're gonna put the other guy back in. I've seen this scenario every year I've been watching League, and this was no different. And obviously TSM have mid laner drama before they leave the LCS.
Yep.
TSM, never go full TSM, please. All right, and I mean, they did win their games. They did, but these games are... Should they really have beaten Golden Guardians? It's like, come on.
They're very sus, and also two of them are weaker
TSM
opponents.
also is like NRG. They can scale up, and then they'll scale the fuck down. It's
like a lot of these games,
Immortals and NRG. That's not impressive. And then the third game, they had no right to win.
Like, they had no business winning this Golden Guardians game.
Yeah, but so, again, Insanity is literally... him and Wild Turtle are the reasons for it, in my opinion. They've been killing
what's up, buddy?
They've both been killing it, in my opinion. And this is another thing to show you, literally, like a mid laner from fucking who was in Academy for like 3 or 4 years after Immortals, who was like top 3 there, then gets an LCS because of a visa issue and is killing it for his team. Man, imagine if he actually tried with Academy. Wow.
Yeah. Yep. All right, let's go to Dignitas. Now, I know next week we'll probably start talking about MVPs and like all pro teams and shit like that. Because, after this week, we'll do it, okay? But I would say, now everyone's going to judge him based off the team he's on. I would say Rich would be one of my front runners to be the MVP of the split. I think he's actually played really well. He very clearly fits the bill of an MVP. Now, I doubt anyone outside of maybe me and a few of you guys are going to give him that kind of honor because
I wouldn't have him win, but I wouldn't have him win, but he's definitely top 3 right now.
Yeah,
for me.
like, honestly, if that's not considerably an MVP, I don't know what the fuck is, honestly. I think he's played fantastically. He's clearly elevated the team. They play much better with him than, obviously, Arma. You can see just he impacts their games in a way where it's like, they're still kind of bad,
he's
but
alive.
he makes
them
better.
Alive.
Yeah.
Because Arma was just there. Arma would just be there, dying.
You can see he impacts their game. They make picks around him where he can impact the game. It's just he makes the team a whole lot better. And you know if they didn't have that guy, they'd be fucking clearly
plus Jetson likes him. He's like he's friendly with him because Jetson was Armut last year was ready to kill him. He Jetson was ready to get permabanned again for Armut. Like, and
everyone can clearly tell from the gameplay, I mean, I'm being honest here. If they didn't have him, they might honestly be 0 fucking whatever right now. They're not good themselves.
I would say that they'll be the same record as Immortals.
They might be 3 and what should we be 3 and something?
3 and 9. No, they would be 3 and 9 without Rich.
Yeah, if Rich is one of my front runners to win the MVP, I have to kind of go through more of the games and see how the rest of the weeks pan out for all the players.
Oh, why you don't like Diamond?
KFC crack sniffer. He sniffs crack. He's a crack sniffer.
He's the MVP for the Major League Eden.
Mr. KFC 20 box advertisement guy. It's like, look, guys, this is my lunch.
If you watch him play, he's so bad. I can't. This man is awful.
This week was a legendary play by him.
Legendary rail play from that guy.
I don't even want to talk about that rail play. Jesus.
Like it's like he walks in and then just like dances and dies.
That was like a Timo last night. Remember, he was just sitting there dancing in the bush, invisible.
It's like he walks in just to like auto attack a few times.
Don't get me started on that, man. I was fucking doing my best to try to carry that game, and this fucker sitting in the bush, it lets me die. I'm like, I was like, you know what? If I could, dude, I was trying my hardest to help win that game.
All the games that we were trying our hardest to, we lost. All the games we were not even doing shit,
but that
won.
Timo game was because we were so close. We had all 4
sat in the bush, went invisible, watched us all die, chose to walk up to them 10 health and thought he was going to do shit. And I was like, bro, you suck.
We had all 4 towers down. Oh, that.
What's up with Justin? How you doing, man? You won your tournament today? Awesome, dude. All right. Last 4 teams to go over. Let's go to Team Liquid. Team Liquid, they actually defeated Cloud9, and then they ended up losing to a certain point where Harry basically benched himself. Harry hadn't been good the whole year anyway. He'd been pretty bad. So they chose to throw in APA. And APA, with the small sample size of games they've had, because they played up against, they won against IMT. This was a fisting. This was a literal fisting. 100 Thieves, they went, dug in Valkyrie's booty hole, just dug that shit out.
Oh, he's light years better. He actually impacts the game.
And he looks happy to play, because sometimes
Harry looked like he was just so sad.
Harry don't look like he wants to be there sometimes, and I keep saying that because you see some of these players, they're only playing for a paycheck. APA is like, I'm out. Hey, God,
Harry looked like the equivalent of a Triple and Lauren when they had an interview with MSK. Like, shit, I made a mistake.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord. Yeah, APA, when you saw him on stage pop off, he played Ziggs, he played Tristana. I mean, I know people criticize those picks too. I like when those picks are played. I like it. A lot of people criticize when they don't work, but I think it's good those picks get played. It makes things a little bit more interesting.
They're good. Players just like fucking Vikla just suck.
Yeah, it's never the pick itself. It's most of the player just sucks at piloting the champion itself. But APA, he's gonna be their starter for the rest of the split. Harry, you benched yourself, or however that situation was made PR like. No, he's not going to be the starter anymore. He sucked. He honestly got way more games than I thought he was. Like, people were so. I hate people on Reddit. I hate league community people. People were saying, yeah, it's good you kept your roster the same. It's good you kept your roster the same. APA's popping off. Oh, yeah, the Harry guy sucks. What is wrong with people? What is wrong with idiots?
Yeah.
Get your brain working.
Yeah. I'm sure they didn't say anything when he accidentally, bought the wrong item in practice, and the coach was like, "It's okay."
Golden Guardians, not gonna lie, low key team have been actually pretty good this split.
And they look like the best. They look like the best, team. Yeah. I would say, like, when it comes to playing together. Mm-hmm.
They actually, I'm not going to lie, after all the years of watching them, not even counting last split, which was also good for them too, this has been their best split considerably as a regular season team. I know people are going to say last split, but last split got a little shaky toward the very end, at least in the regular season fashion. Yeah. They've actually been a pretty solid team this split, though. I will give them that.
Yeah, and they're going to get Ted finally. I mean, they can't lose all these, right?
Right. So they might the problem here is they've never ever got past 9 wins as an org.
I mean, hey, all you have to do is lose 5 games here, and then you don't make it past.
They face EG, who they're competing with to be in first or second.
Yeah. And
they have an IMT, so that's a
Golden Guardians. No. NRG could upset.
That's an auto win.
IMT's better than Golden Guardians right now. Come on, we'll be okay. I'm not saying that straight face.
I'm saying every team could upset them besides IMT, but
if IMT upset Golden Guardians, I'm chucking my computer into the wall.
I will uninstall League. I'm not playing that again.
Yeah. Golden Guardians, NRG depends on which NRG we get, honestly. And Team Liquid,
we get the one that scaled up, the one that like forgets how to play League.
They're it was a 6 weeks. They faced TL, Dig, and 100 Thieves.
Who?
Golden Guardians.
Oh, okay.
Oh, this is going to be an interesting week for Dig. Dig has an easy schedule.
Yeah.
Who Dig play this week?
Dig played TSM, NRG, and Immortals.
That's that minimum 2-1.
And then the next week they should get at least 1 win and get at least 10 wins, right? If you look at week 6.
Yeah. I mean, this is the match of the week. This is the match of all League of Legends is waiting for coming up this week. Dig versus IMT.
Immortals. We finally got we got 2 games first this week. 100 Thieves. Yeah. IMT. Oh, why they got to be the shit games, man? Yeah. Why they do that to people? But then again, they did try to get the worst game out first.
Oh, yeah.
I know what I'm talking about. Listen, I'm so excited to see Diamond versus Treats.
Battle of the shitters.
Bro, that is disgusting.
That is El Asico right there, dude.
Well, I mean, we have Diamond eating treats and then treats, so.
Diamond for sure eats treats. He's fat as fuck.
Pretty much.
So he should win.
Pretty much Friday. It was a Friday, right? Friday is only 4 games, and you just watch the VODs at the end. You just leave after the game before. Like, it's only 4 games. You don't watch that 5th one. You just be like, oh, next game is Dig versus IMT. Peace out, guys. I'll see you later. Nope, not
all
watching
right,
that.
last few teams. Evil Geniuses. They randomly lost to NRG.
NRG's that team. They scale up, and then them motherfuckers lose to IMT.
There's games where EG just completely shit stomps teams, and there's games where they lose, and you're like, all right, you kind of trolled this right there.
Yep.
The same thing with Cloud9. It's like there's games where Cloud9 can easily play better than what they're playing like. But there's also games where they honestly get exposed themselves too. So it's one of these things where hopefully these mistakes that Cloud9 are making can be fixed upon going into the playoffs.
It's going to be close. It's honestly going to be.
They have showed weaknesses despite being the first place team.
Yeah, it's going to be questionable. Like honestly, how Cloud9 does overall in playoffs. Like I still think they'll make Worlds, but where will they land?
Well, where do you want them to finish in your opinion? You want them winning?
Well, obviously, I want them to win as a fan, but realistically, I think they might get dethroned unless they obviously improve on the weaknesses.
Hold on, dude. Are you saying
Dignitas
are winning? The whole split?
No, I think.
Yes!
I don't think. No, I don't think Evil Geniuses will. I think it will be Golden Guardians.
Oh no, man! Oh no! I don't want to live in a world where I have to say Revenge is an LCS champion. Oh no!
Yeah, no. It's not going to be EG. It's going to be GG or TL, and I think that should be the top 3 in my opinion. And then,
what if we get a rematch of last split's finals? Golden Guardians versus Cloud9.
I think that's what's going to be.
And I think Golden Guardians would win it.
Because earlier on in the split, we were saying that maybe TL might finish second, but now that's panned out to be pretty bad, no, that's not happening.
I mean, they still could. They
still could, honestly, right? Yeah.
Yeah, again, but yeah, so I think that should be the top 3. Then obviously it's a 4th place battle with EG and Dig, which I hope Dig wins.
Yeah. Well, guys, that's going to pretty much wrap it up for this section. We got to talk about just one thing a bit longer, and then we're going to wrap it up here because we got to get to our other show very, very soon with Rogue Hero.
Eevee is going to make Worlds.
Okay.
So I don't know why the LCS broadcast is still shoving Latigress down our throat. I'm not
shitting my cock down her throat, but that's all.
That whole week, how many games did she fucking cast? Holy shit!
You want her, your balls down her throat?
Oh, like my whole balls would be in her mouth.
Holy fuck! It's like, did she cast like 4 games each day that week?
6 games.
Yeah.
No, sorry. She casted 9. Yes, she casted 9 games. She casted the first 3 games of every single day.
Yeah, and oh my god,
she's getting better, guys. She's not moaning now.
Yeah, she's getting a bit. No, I mean, unironically, she's getting a bit better.
Okay, to be fair, she's not sexually moaning on. I can't believe she sexually moaned on screen.
Hey man,
she sexually moaned on stream. She's not making those cringe champion noises. Okay.
Yeah, hold on, and her timing with it is better. She's not having so many delays. But is she still a good enough?
Remember that drawing thing she did on stream earlier this week?
Yeah. But again, is she still a good enough caster to be pushed in this role? No, not at all.
Oh no, she's off.
No, if you want, maybe like one game, like 1 game a day. All right.
Yeah, it's crazy how Azale was better at her thing in 1 day than she was, and then he got no other chances to do it. It's like, wait, what? If we're gonna go down this rabbit hole of being shitting on LCS casters and doing that shell casting bullshit, why can't we just have Azale do it then? If we're gonna go on this road, then you might as well do it himself.
Time again? Is he still doing Valorant or something?
No, he works on Riot's actual team for content.
Oh, he's there now.
Yeah.
Right. I
don't know why they don't want him Valorant anymore. It's like
they basically just demoted him for no fucking reason because they didn't want to pay him probably casting rates. Let's be honest here. That's the reason why they did it. They got rid of Pastry Time and Dash for the Tigris.
Yeah, and where it seems like we're getting less. Like, where's Flowers at?
He's been getting the last games of the day, which is not bad.
Him and Latigress swapped. They're putting Tigers more in the early game, and they gave Brent.
Are they like resting his voice for Worlds or something?
Dude,
like,
ever since they started turning off the YouTube, because people who have been watching the LCS this past split have noticed they turn off the live chat on the live stream for the LCS because people were maybe people went a little too far.
Oh no, YouTube. There's no more live streams. The only place you can live stream is
like no, people do go too far with it. Like, listen, even.
But I still don't think that's enough to turn off the chat. That is unfair.
Yeah.
Well, they did the same thing with other things. Remember, they did that moment of silences from Black Lives Matter. They turned off the chat during it, and then when they unturned it off, oh boy,
that was so cringe. Yeah, for the Tigris, it was the LCS Dome. Oh, the LCS doesn't give you Dome. That'd be gay. So. During the LCS Dome, the first week, we had those riots for BLM.
Yeah.
She on screen went, Riot stands with Black Lives Matter. And she did it like a fucking, we're serious. We stand with Black Lives Matter.
Like, no, you don't.
Riot stands for black people.
They don't even stand for fucking basic.
I've been to the LCS. I saw no black people working in that production. Some of was white and Mexican. I'm just saying. Riot don't stand for nothing but money.
Yeah, you had like one black player in the whole league.
Does the Tigers count as black?
No, she's Hispanic.
Does Raz count as black?
Yes.
Okay, so that kind of works, right?
So
yeah,
there's two.
Fucking black guy. Yeah.
And then, no, but it's okay because we have little Nas X as her president.
No. He apparently after that BET comment, he don't want to be classified as black. He wants to be classified as gay. I'm like, okay, all right.
Oh God,
what? That's his race, gay?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. The thing what he says because once he came out as bisexual or whatever, it feels like the black community. No, black community ain't turning their back on it. You know what you did by dancing on saying dick. Motherfuckers don't fuck with that shit. You know, black people are. A lot of them are Christians. They don't fuck with that.
Daily Fantasy Summoner. What's up, buddy? How you doing? If you're new here, then we're looking at you, man.
Because a lot of them don't care you're gay. It's that your stroke is saying is cock. They're looking at you like, what the fuck is this? Where did this come from? That's why they ain't fucking with you. Plus, your music don't be playing on black.
Thieves dropped him. Remember, 100 Thieves dropped him. He was working with 100 Thieves for a bit. They dropped his ass.
Yeah, he was out.
Imagine getting dropped by an esports team.
Plus, his music actually hasn't been that good. Like after his first album, like I'm sorry, he hasn't been that good. He had that other album
his music is catchy, but it's not hip hop. His first album was hip hop. That's why people fuck with it.
But it's good, but it's not like amazing or anything. Like he complained when he got no nominees at that award show, but he really didn't deserve it. He wasn't the best in any of those categories.
No, you guys are making. No, I can't make these jokes on this.
Cole. He got award. He did get an award at BT show. BT.
I think he deserved it
because his music is not hip hop. It's pop.
And I don't think it's good enough.
Oh, I remember that. I remember that. So he won awards, but he didn't win awards from the BT award back in 2022 last year. Yeah, I remember that. He had won the highest prestige of music, which is winning Grammys. That is like
it's
top
the whole
music
thing.
ever winning. He's like, I didn't win my BT awards. Bro, your priorities are a little
no.
You didn't even deserve your Grammys.
No, first of all, the Grammys is bullshit. Like Grammys been nominating motherfuckers that
but to these people, you know how like having awards means some shit to them. So if we're going by his logic, having the Grammys better than any BET award ever.
He wanted his cake and eat it too. He wanted. He saw better by Grammys than the BET. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't work. Like but if someone said, "What about the Migos?" First of all, the Migos never got an award, and the reason why they were at the Grammys, the whole thing was Takeoff, and that looked like an Illuminati sacrifice, but that's another podcast. We'll talk another time.
We can't talk about that stuff here because people get in trouble.
Yeah. But in this, it's like LCS is just in a dumpster fire right now. They are in a whole world of shit.
I will say this about the LCS: the broadcast for this year has really improved. They've really done, but at this point, it's too late. Like I'm talking about, they've improved. They did a great job, man. The content now, they did that all C9 panel. And Sven, he's like, "Yo, Menace, did you know that TL subbed in APA?" He's like, "Who that?" And then turns out the TL game was after the NRG TSM game. was Venomous talking to Menace and Blabber about? That was the game after that. Bruh.
Yep.
And people say LCS players can make better commentators and casters. No, they're young, illiterate weirdos. They cannot make better casters or
not even illiterate. It's like these guys just don't have this social awareness.
Because they've been sitting in front of a fucking computer for 18 hours a day. They got no social skills.
Yeah, again, just put on Whipbone Fudge and they would be better than like half of the casters, though, honestly, in LCS. But other than that, no.
Yeah, like I have to give it to them. They've all made a great job. They've all did a great job. I still think it would be a lot better with Dash on there too, but they did a great job with the broadcast this year. They've really knocked out of the park.
Like that's the confusing thing. Though, like,
when Dash leaves, they make the content better. I was like, oh, okay. But typical LCS fashion, right?
What I just don't understand is like, okay, if you want to get rid of Dash because you feel like he did a lot of stuff, and was in a lot of roles, but he might not have been like good enough for most of those roles, and then you wanted to try other people out. Okay, fine, but I just think like they got for them to then like hire like nobody else as a good enough replacement was stupid. Like to just roll with the same team, but minus Dash, like that was stupid. You could have hired somebody who then signed with fucking LEC or like the LPL English broadcast afterwards, who's doing a way better job.
Dude, literally, Laura went to the LCK broadcast. To be fair, the LCK's needed a lot of people for a while. They've been understaffed for a long
time. She still do? No, she left the LEC, right?
Yeah.
She left it? Okay.
Mm-hmm. She's fully LCK now.
Oh, wonderful.
She's so cute. God, I would have put my whole face in her booty hole. But, yeah, it's one of those things where I think people have been complaining about the viewership dipping because of team quality of gameplay. No, I think viewership is dipped because people do not want to hear Tigers' voice for the first 3 games. Notice how the viewership goes up after her games are over. People don't notice that.
But not by much. Not by it literally comes down to the game. No, because a lot of people now are just muting it and they're just watching it, or they're watching it.
Well, let's go to Dom's coast stream, honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
Dom's is way better.
They go to Dom, or they go to LS, or they...
Yeah, and we can, watch Kitty roast Dom.
Oh, my God. I love me some Kitty.
I love Kitty, too.
Yeah, God.
Yeah, the way she called him old was hilarious.
She does it in such a cute fashion. You can't get mad at her.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think she's great, honestly. I think a girl like her, cute, smart, funny, her personality, you could tell she's, like, her craft is good. But the Tigers is just so forced and cringe.
And just leave her for interviewing and other stuff and presentation. You don't need to fucking do this.
Did Jeremy win? Nationals?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he too old.
Oh, there we go.
He too old.
I've been seeing this guy for a many years, man. I'm glad he finally got it. There we go.
Yeah, he too
black
old.
Guy, an actual black guy, a man.
Win, and I'm glad it's him because he's been coming top 4 or top 8 or top 16. I was like, damn, this motherfucker ain't never going to win. He finally went, and it was a cashier matchup, and he just had the tools. It was
look at Slim and Asian Persuasion right there. Look at the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
There you go, Jeremy. He went 17-1.
Yeah, and the one, I forgot his one loss was I forgot what round it was, but he said he could have won, but he didn't even care because he knew at some point he was getting day 2, and then he I forgot, was it around 7 or 6? It was day 1 he lost, I believe. But yeah, 17.
He lost that one game because he wanted the Cloud9 record in 2020 spring.
Before we go, someone asked, what was the most dominant team left over from the LCS? So, what I noticed with LCS moving forward, ever since that Cloud9 year you're talking about, there hasn't been a team like that in the LCS anymore, where they're just head and shoulders above everybody. Even the LEC doesn't have it too. There's not a lot of the major regions outside of maybe recently JDG, you kind of maybe say for them. There's not been that team that is completely just. I mean,
JDG not even really, because now BLG's starting to come up.
I still think JDG is better though. They would be undefeated if it wasn't for they were rusty, so they lost that first game against some dog shit like Rare Atom.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Yeah, because the thing here is outside of that, just LCS for his round of the show, we haven't had a Cloud9 team like that.
Cloud9 not dominant.
Yeah, we had we had past teams like that Cloud9 team, like the TSM 2016 team. We had the Cloud9 team. Like most regions now don't have that team where they're just head and shoulders above everybody.
Yeah, I think LPL does now, but yeah.
Like that Cloud9 team for spring, they 17. So in the regular split, they only lost one game. That was obviously the good lord TSM. Fuck, right? Yeah. They lost that one game to TSM. Then in playoffs, they lost a single game to EG. That single game, they went a combined total of, I think, 36 and something or some bullshit like that.
No. I have a patch somewhere that says the exact record. It was like
it was 17-1 in the regular season, which is for spring. Then they won 3-3-3, so that's 9 plus 17. How many games is that? 26, right? They went 26-1.
Yeah,
26-2. Right. So that would mean that, and perfect win. These games, when I mean 26-2, I don't mean like some of these games are like close. Some of these games were like, fuck, maybe they should have lost a lot of these. No. You even being predicted to win against them was the person, we're calling that person retarded.
Yeah.
They were winning that hard.
It's like me today going 10-1 in 5 rounds. Like literally, the one person that was my toughest matchup was the guy who summoned Dragoon. And
T1. You can say T1 last year was like that for the LCK.
To a certain degree.
Like I'm talking about a situation like that where a team is just, they're the best team. There's no contenders. Even when they make the finals,
I would say JDG is this year, but that one loss, even though it's against Russ, I think sometimes people play.
What happened?
I still say JDG is the best team. But
you froze right there. What did you say?
I said JDG is the best team, but
I'm talking like no competition for them. Like they're the best team by far. Like you wouldn't even predict a team.
No. I do think JDG is that team, even though BLG.
I don't think that a team. BLG was able to push them. That's me. I still see JDG dominant. But
I think JDG kind of smoked them in their match.
I gotta wait to playoffs.
You don't think JDG's gonna do the Grand Slam? I think they're gonna do the Grand Slam this year.
Yeah.
When spring and Masai, summer and Worlds.
I gotta see the top 8. Good. My brain's telling me yes, but no, my heart's telling me yes. My brain's telling me no. Like I've seen dominant team lose to a streaky team. Streaky teams are a player who is streaky, who knows. In this,
here's what I think might happen. It might be a
team.
BLG JDG rematch in the finals. It might be because I haven't got a chance to catch up with the
It
LPL
depends on how that bracket falls.
Yeah,
as long as that bracket falls where they fall on different sides,
I just don't see a world where like they lose the BO5 given their players and like their play style. How many play styles?
I don't see a world at this point where the finals at Worlds isn't a rematch at MSI.
Oh no, it's the same thing. Yeah, no, I'm saying that too.
Honestly, I would like if a Dark
JDG.
Horse team was there. Like, I would love if OMG went to Worlds. Oh, if OMG went to Worlds, the LCS is getting fucking fisted by them. Holy shit.
I don't see it, though. I sadly don't see it, though, because LNG is probably going to go, they're probably going to go, 12 wins after this week because they're facing
Dude, I'm being honest, any team with the LPL
and then
in the top,
top
8
esports is going to get 12
teams.
wins. That's the top 4 right there. OMG is only going to get, 10 wins.
Oh, you could be K-Drill, unless Weibo's going to be good.
Yeah, but, so, I mean, I get...
Hold on, you're cutting out. What the fuck are you saying? Your internet die? Take that router and burn that shit. Whoa. Hey. Okay. So, yeah, that's my thing, which is... It's going to be, the way I'm thinking about the LPL is going to be JDG potentially makes the finals again. Who's going to be able to challenge them? Remember, teams also can improve in the playoffs too. Like the LPL playoffs is basically another regular season anyway, which is less teams. So, I mean, I'll be honest here, guys. Most teams in the LPL are fisting all the Western teams. If we're being honest here. Like, also, I know people are ragging on Cajal for Weibo. Guys, Weibo's bad. OMG's better, World Elite's better, fucking BLG's better, not EDG. I'm not gonna split like that. Yeah, you're good. LNG's better. Hold on, give me 1 second to look it up before the show's over. Weibo is trash. The only reason why people ranked Weibo the way they did was because of the players' names on paper. Weibo looked like, I watched their games. They're shit. Weibo was terrible. Yeah. Weibo's actually disgustingly dog shit. Why would unless you just like the players themselves, there's no reason why they should be ranked to win any games outside of any top tier teams. Weibo right now currently they're on a 2-game winning streak.
I don't know what happened there.
And they are currently 5th place. But that is like, those games that they won are so disgusting. This is not BLG's better. BLG's the best team, technically the best team right now. They're 7 wins. Right?
Sorry, who are you talking about?
Weibo.
Yeah, again, they're probably going to end with like around 10 wins.
They'll make playoffs. I'm not saying they won't. They'll make playoffs for sure.
Playoffs.
They shouldn't make Worlds. It would be disgraceful.
Like that, you guys said BLG's better. JDG's for sure better. Top is for sure better. LNG's better. Yeah. OMG to me is better. Team World Elite's better. RNG.
Better than who? Team World? Nah, Team World Elite is...
Weibo.
Yeah, World Elite is...
I don't know about
too much a choke artist. They're too much a choke artist.
As well as OMG.
You watch World Elite playing, they're not a bad team. You know, World Elite's not a bad team, but against the teams with better players,
they should be with OMG like top 6, but they're choking. I can't trust them.
Oh, to be fair, they did face teams around their skill level. Remember, they faced the teams that they're supposed to obviously.
But they keep losing to the shitty teams. They're like fucking.
They beat Weibo. Remember, they beat Weibo this week. They ended up.
They
lost to No, they lost to LGD.
They're the NRG of the LPL. They keep losing to all the shitty teams.
Yeah, they lost to RNG and
no, they're worse because they can't beat the good teams. At least RNG.
Oh my god! And they should have won that RNG series. That was fucking murder.
Yeah.
Holy fuck!
So even series that they should win, they ended up fucking losing too. I personally think that when it comes to Weibo, people just only like them because it's just the players' names on paper. That's it. There's nothing good about them. They're absolutely shit.
Yeah, and then EDG is going to be up there in RNG, obviously, and then
I can tell playoffs in the LPL is EDG themselves don't even look good.
Oh no, EDG is just lucky. They're too shittier than them.
And then Ninjas in Pajamas is going to make it.
I would rather have them make it over someone like fucking EDG.
I fuck with the Ninjas in Pajamas, man. When they have their brain working, they is a dangerous team.
Roster.
Too bad.
It's not. I've seen some of their games. They're actually not that bad, but it's the thing where it's like a good LPL team is if there's a player slightly better than some of these guys, a lot of them could be, then they just end up being like 10th. Like I'm actually glad as an RNG. Even though the roster is not that good, I just love seeing these guys play. RNG believers, stand up! Woo! Boys!
I'm low key ruined part of me wants JDG BLG to be in the finals in Worlds.
Potentially on the bracket, it could be.
As long as they don't fall on the same side. If they fall on the same side, that's bullshit.
That'd be bullshit. Yeah.
I'm just saying. I know, obviously, why we aren't saying it because Gen G isn't as good as advertised and the whole LCK in general. But I'm just saying we all kept pointing about LPL and how they're the only league with the actual standout teams. But even though there's an undefeated team in LCK right now, and then a team that only has one loss, which is against that undefeated team.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, I think.
I mean, again, how much of frauds do you think it is, and how much do you think it's actually skill in LCK?
The LCK looks bad itself.
Oh no, the
LCK is really bad.
The LCK is bad.
To me, I've been watching LCK for a long, long time. This is the worst.
This is the worst split ever. Yeah, no, this is
the bottom teams are exceptionally shit. The middle of the pack teams are exceptionally meh.
Yeah, because they all try to experience. Because they all try to experiment, and LPL's taking all their fucking talent.
And then also a lot of these top tier teams are just waiting for playoffs. It's like Gen G's okay, we're in playoffs. Let's just.
Genji are for sure in playoffs with that record. That they're already might as well be
KT Roaster. KT Roaster's not losing a fucking game.
It's going to be probably a Gen G. It should be a Gen G KT finals, if we're being honest.
And Gen G's going to win.
Imagine winning 3 back-to-back titles for Chovy after choking all those finals away. That's crazy to think about.
And then get to Worlds again obliterated by that.
Don't tell me that. No, don't tell me that. Don't give me a reality like that again. Last year when I saw them lose the semifinals of Worlds, the DRX, I was like, oh.
Guess what? Genji's going to lose the semifinal to either BLG or.
Don't tell me that. And no, I was so sad when I watched their games against. I was like, bro, we lost to BLG. But BLG's. I know it's a good team, but I was like, losing in that fashion. is disgusting.
Now, listen,
You know,
all right.
as long as they play
Najin,
good and they lose, I'm fine with it. But if you play like shit and you lose, I'm more mad.
Najin's gonna make a comeback. Peter's gonna win MVP of playoffs. They're gonna make worlds.
I hate you so much. I can't stand
Peter
Canadians.
is the GOAT.
What's this week? This is we should be on week 6 with the LP. I remember JDG, they beat FPX and they lost to IG. I remember that.
Yeah, I mean this
JDG.
week is right in them.
Yeah,
okay, well.
Yeah, no,
this is the final week of the LPL. Did this week JDG faced
okay, hold on. Okay, wait. Okay, so that's why Chad said. Because I didn't watch the IG series yet, but I just assumed IG. I just assumed IG.
I thought no. I was sad once I started going to game 3. I was like, oh, IG got this. IG is trash, but JDG is not playing with.
God, IG is frustrating. Like there's so many elements where they should be a good team, but they cannot fucking put it together, and then they just do this.
Well, JDG, this is the final week of the LPL for week 7 coming up this week.
Yeah.
JDG faced World Elite. JDG also face Titties. And
you love some titties. That's that team's a
actual ass. Oh, and rare ass.
Yeah, they're gonna get the rematch against.
Oh yeah, the rematch. Adam. Yeah, that's the match of the week right there, baby.
Oh fucking hell.
And
then
Ninjas
in Pajamas is going to be a crucial week.
Ultra Prime with their roster started out decent. They've just been a fucking train.
Yeah, they've been in Immortals.
Yeah, true. What's that team? Juan Fang's on Titties. It should be. Some of these teams with these players,
got subbed
it
out.
Should be better. Yeah,
he got subbed out. It's 1XM playing now, not one.
Let's be honest here. RNG really should not be 9th right now, given the LPL. But then again, with these bottom teams as shitty as they are, VZB is just good. People forget, Love Mal at one point was a really, really good support. He still technically is good support, honestly.
Yeah.
But
I don't know.
All right, guys, that's it.
But yeah.
Big channel update video coming out very, very soon. It'd be like, if not today, within this week time frame.
Are you gonna announce that you're like joining the clan?
All right, guys. We will. Given how busy I am this week, we'll only need one episode for this show this week because we'll just talk about the LEC later because I don't have any time right now. So this will be the only episode you get this week when the LEC begins their what's it called? A BO3 stage. When they start their BO3 stage, we'll have our LEC Thursdays back. We might have an episode like this Thursday, but it might not be this related. It might just be a show where just kind of just chilling and talking about League in general. It's whatever, honestly. But yeah, if we do not have another episode of this show coming up this week, we'll see you guys next Sunday. Like I said, there's some big stuff planned for this channel. I'll be announcing that stuff within the coming week, actually. Anything else you guys want to say before we head out, actually?
Man, I'm rooting for BLG. That's my team.
Is Yigal your dad?
I'm Yigal's dad. What you talking about?
No, Yigal's your dad.
No, I'm Yigal's dad, man. You better check them records, man. You know, I was in rush hour too.
How many Korean bitches you fuck, man?
Man, I was in Korea and China. Give me some hoes, man. You know. Hey, I go over to China and Korea. Them motherfuckers think I'm Kobe because I'm black and I'm tall. The motherfuckers don't know shit. I'd be like, Kobe, yeah. Kobe.
As for me, you guys know who I'm believing in.
Gen motherfucking G or G2.
Besides Gen G. Don't worry, I got it right here for everyone. My boys in the LPL. They're doing it big this year. They're doing it big.
RNG, nigga.
We're never RNG believers, stand up.
RNG about to get clapped, nigga. World never give up, or whatever the team is.
Yeah. If RNG wins playoffs, wins the title,
if RNG wins the title, I might do backflips on stream. I'm not.
If that happens, then the David Air cut is coming out.
If RNG wins World, I will come out to California and literally just 69 like Lennon's mom. Like you gotta be out of your fucking. Ain't no way in hell.
I thought you were gonna go say Kitty, but
I'm man. shit, I'm definitely gonna find a kid. Like, yo, get in over there looking all cute shit. Come over, bring that ass over here to a nigga. Let's fuck real quick. Little cute ass, man. But then again, she can't handle this, man.
A girl was like, damn, I really do get offended when a man doesn't come inside me. How dare you waste this?
Nah, I don't fuck with nah, bro. That's that.
Because if me and you both had sex with her, that means we basically fucked each other, right?
No, that's not how that works.
I thought you were gonna be more fun now. God,
I am fun, but nah, nigga, I don't know.
All right, so thank you guys for being viewers of this show for so long. This is technically our longest running show now at this point, under circumstances.
Yeah, thank you for supporting MSK and probation and rehab and all that.
Yeah, big changes and big plans for this channel coming up very soon. Remember, don't have an episode this week coming up. We'll see you guys on Sunday, okay? Long live Latyrus's moan casting.
G2 is going to win the LEC.
Yeah, is there going to be a compilation video on YouTube of that?
Oh, God. Maybe a Menace might. That's why a Menace is playing really well. He's booty fucking a black bitch in LA. Out of Compton.
Hey,
you
man.
even saying.
And nah, he out there finally losing weight, man. He out there eating them salads.
And eating that spinach with his bare hand.
Why does he on stream have those salads, but he eats like he's looking at the camera, like it's turning him on?
Yeah, because he's looking at photos of like fried chicken and fries.
He's looking at pictures of fried chicken.
Yeah,
Kiara.
Yeah, he's trying to trick his mind.
He's looking at fried chicken. He's looking at him and Diamond both looking at KFC, but Amanda's be looking at KFC and Kiara Kitty. Motherfucker. Him and Fudge be looking at Esox, man. Come on, son. Stop playing.
Yeah, the thing here is, right when Menace is supposed to be in Champion Select, he's watching Asian girls dance. Like,
yeah.
Does he know there's a crowd of people looking at him? That is so weird.
But you do know his Champion Select to be like 10 minutes. Like his cues sometimes be 10 minutes. This motherfucker, if he's not eating, he's watching E-Girls. He's watching Twitch. He out there. One time he was joking. He was looking at Arya and some other Asian girl. He was like, "Oh, they're cute." I was like, "Oh, this motherfucker's gonna fuck me Twitch side, man. You gonna fuck up some Twitch shit? I can't blame him. Shit, hey man, he could go for Ginny, that TSM girl.
Oh, yeah, that girl's cute.
He could go for her. Because every time if I'm meant to be watching streams at 2:00 in the morning. That's who the fuck he's watching. He's watching her. I was like, this motherfucker is a little horny ass degenerate, man. Like, fucking shit.
Oh my goodness, Lena the Plug. I accidentally followed her because,
Yeah, accidentally. Okay. Yeah.
There was a video she posted earlier about her shaking her ass while doing some laundry, and I was like,
that's all she does, man. And getting plugged by black dudes.
That looked like the girl. That looked like a black guy 76 would probably like if she was getting blacked.
Duh. That's what bro built like. Motherfucking built like that with less tattoos. The fuck?
She said she's a loyal queen. All right, let's not go too crazy here,
define loyal because Adam sold her out for content. Adam literally sold her out and shit, but
All right, everybody. We'll see you either this week again.
Got McDonald's.